The Rolex Submariner Date reference 16610LV, also known as the Kermit, is not your average Submariner, and I'm not only talking about the green bezel. This sub is easily one of the most interesting modern Rolexes out there, and it has already become a collector's favorite. And in this video, you'll learn why that is. So let's jump right in. Before we talk about the Rolex Submariner 16610LV, let's have a quick history lesson here. Rolex presented the very first Submariner, the legendary reference 6204, in 1954 during Bezel World. It was the forefather of today's subs and the one that established this iconic model line. 50 years later, the brand was ready to pay homage to this great achievement, and in 2003 they released the 16610LV, aka the Kermit. You might think that there is a discrepancy between 1954 and 2003. And you're right. While Rolex gave no official explanation to this, it is believed that the very first Submariners were already produced and tested around 1953. The same year, the Rolex Submariner was also officially announced. It was, however, not available to the public until 1954. So much for the history. Now let's look at the watch. So, the Submariner reference 16610LV came to the market in 2003 and stayed in production until 2010. During these 7 years, many variations were produced with little differences, but the overall look remained the same. We have a 40mm steel oyster case that is only 13mm thick. As such, even though the Kermit is a modern Rolex, one can easily wear it under their shirt cuffs. It has a lovely vintage feel thanks to the smaller case and the hollow link oyster bracelet. The Submariner 16610LV is also a great choice for watch lovers with smaller wrists. It was the first time Rolex introduced a maxi dial on a Submariner. These dials have larger indexes as well as hands for better legibility. Before the Kermit, Rolex only used maxi dials on Yachtmaster models. Inside the watch beats a legendary Rolex movement, the 3135, one of the oldest calibers that is still in production. The most obvious feature of the Rolex Submariner 16610LV Kermit is its green bezel. Before this model came to the market, Rolex did not use too many colors on the bezel inlays aside from the GMTs. The Smurf or the Hulk all came after the 16610LV, where the last two letters stand for lunette verte or green bezel. Why Rolex chose green to be the color of the 50th anniversary Submariner remains a question. There has been no official statement released by the brand regarding this. Since the main color of Rolex is green, as we can see it on their catalogs, books or boxes, this could be one explanation. The nickname Kermit needs little explanation. It derives from Kermit the Frog, the popular green Muppet created by Jim Henson and introduced in 1955.
Hi there, I'm Jim Henson. This is Kermit the Frog here. Hello.
When it comes to the price, the 16610LV sells for around $15,000 on Chrono24. As you can see, the price has gone up quite a lot over the last couple of years. It shows the popularity of this model, especially among collectors. If you look at the sales numbers on Chrono24, you can see that the Submariner is the second most popular Rolex after the Datejust. If you look at only Submariner models, you can see that this reference, the 16610LV, ranks 5th for most sold Submariners in 2019. The Rolex Kermit is arguably one of Rolex's most interesting models. Not only was it the first Rolex that used the brand's signature color green so blatantly, but it also perfectly combines modern and vintage looks, which is not always the case with newer Rolex models. So, what do you think about the Kermit, and what do you think about colorful luxury watches in general? Let us know in the comments below and make sure to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching and enjoy your watches. Bye bye.